Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. We have another week of Hearthstone Grandmasters behind us, and it's time to look at what performed this week and what are the standings, who's going to make it to the playoffs, who's going to be left out. The overall meta this week was rogue heavy. 18 rogues, 10 warriors, 8 mages. Rogue being the dominant class in Asia Pacific and in Americas, and warrior being the dominant class in Europe. Archetype-wise, Shark Rogue was all over the place, followed by Bomb Warrior and Cyclone Mage. However, when it comes to performance, the highest performing archetype was surprisingly Holy Rat Paladin. Holy Rat Paladin won 9 games, lost 4 games for a 69% win rate. It was followed by Shark Rogue with 31 game wins, 20 game losses for a 61% win rate. Party Rogue 3 and 2 also hit 60%, and Bomb Warrior returned to above 50% win rate after a little bit of a dip last week. 20 wins, 17 losses. This week Bomb Warrior was also once again able to best its competitor, the Cyclone Mage, which fell back down to below 50% at 18, 23 and 44%. Midrange Hunter failed rather spectacularly this week, and Bomb Hunter was bad as always. And one of the more interesting statistics is perhaps the Token Druid. Token Druid has for the most time been a below 50% performer in Grandmasters, but it gets more interesting when you really look at the lists, because much of Token Druid's poor performance is because Silvername keeps bringing an outdated list week after week. Once again, he went 1 and 4 in Europe, whereas a more up-to-date Token Druid list went 3 and 2 in Asia Pacific. As for the matchups, Holy Rat Paladin defeated Cyclone Mage, Midrange Hunter, Pogo Rogue, but it took its losses against Bomb Warrior. Bomb Warrior proved to be a difficult opponent for the combo deck. Other than that, nothing too unexpected. The Cyclone Mage Bomb Warrior battle continues. This week Bomb Warrior was slightly better, 6 wins, 5 losses. But this has been shifting around that 50% point, going back and forth, which deck wins the other. As for the standings, we have 4 rounds left, so now we're starting to see some people drop out of the contention for playoff spots. There are no relegations this season, so even if someone is at the bottom, it doesn't matter, they will still get to play in the next season. But looking at Asia Pacific, on Division A, Alutimo has all but secured his spot. There are a number of players at 5 wins though, so with just the right results, it's still possible for Alutimo to miss out on top 3, but 1 more win and he's guaranteed to be in. Whereas Cheonsu has already lost all chances of making it through. In Division B, Shaxi leads with 8 wins, but Glory and Dawn at 7 and Tyler at 6. There's a lot of contention there, no one is safe yet. In Europe we can find the player with the best record so far in Grandmasters, Phenomeno, 9 wins, 1 loss in 10 matches. He's still not completely guaranteed to be in though, because Colento at 7, Bunnyhopper and Viper at 6, there's some tough competition for those top slots. At the bottom, Silvername is definitely out. And in Europe Division B, Seiko is looking pretty good at 8 wins, but then Hunter Ace and Radu at 6, Orange and Casey at 5, Switch and Jala at 4. There's still a lot of Hearthstone to be played over the next 4 rounds in that division. Pavel with 2 wins is definitely out of the playoffs. In America's Division A, Eddie and Frozen have all but secured their positions. It's going to take a small miracle for either of them to drop out of top 3. But the third spot, well, there's a lot of competition for that one, with PNC and Strife Crow at 5 wins, Amnesiac and Masi at 4, and Bloodyface at 5 at 3. And America's Division B is the closest one of them all. Dog and Monsanto at 7, Raz and Purple at 6, Just Say and ETC at 4, Nalgidan and Zalei at 3. There's a lot of Hearthstone to be played in that division. We have 2 more weeks of Grandmasters round robin left, 4 more matches for each player, and almost everything is still wide open. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.